We're going to jump right in, folks, for Tennessee and Oklahoma. Getting you here to Oklahoma City for Malloy and Pooney right at the top with the 38 home runs. Stop Mackenzie Donahue, transferred in from Oklahoma. And right down the line inside of third base. And the Steve Malloy to open things up for Tennessee. Out of Papillion, Nebraska at 19-1. That one best season in softball.
Scored 10+ runs.
And a called strike 3 on the outside corner, 1 down.
There's 3 batters. She's gone 0-2.
Go against Stanford. And 2 here in the opening frame, 2 down. Riley was 2 for 4 the other day in Tennessee's win over Alabama. Slow roll to Brito at third, and Alyssa makes the play. So the leadoff for Malloy is left. Bracket action with Tennessee and Oklahoma, and that's why the one we highlight all the Crimson names are.
The key, though, is to limit the free passes, 34 walks, and those
is possible. And she gets a swing and a miss and a strikeout of Jada Coleman.
76 miles an hour.
Her last start was against Alabama in the SEC. The walks, so a much better start for her with the strikeout. And Jennings will be aboard here with an infield hit.
Had to move with her body, but her hands and bat came around.
Oh, and not lacking in confidence at all as Lee check swings that out to center field, and Malloy is there. She tries to Bo Jackson it back.
Kutsianopoulos is turning around, asking the umpire, like, where are those missing? Some of the umpires will say,
and that one's in the dirt, and it gets away from Julia again, so Jennings will head over to third base. She's talking to him again.
But this is also why we need a pitch clock and
pitch in the rule book. And instead, it's ball 4 to load the bases. Is that one pitch going to affect the outcome here?
And literally was looking for inside what we were seeing from Carly Hansen. She blew it right by her, and she stepped back off the plate now.
Hansen ground ball to second over to first, and Tennessee is able to work out of it. Destiny Rodriguez with the Oklahoma is not for everybody. It is competitive. It is fight. Popped it up, Brito under it. 1 down. 5 win. It's the most runs that Tennessee has ever scored in a World Series. Their pitching staffs are both top 5 in the country. Backhanded by Ball, 2 down.
Shorty Ball is like a cat out there. I mean,
2 down. And that one back on the grass. 6 in a row retired now by Jordy Ball. Grace Lyons, the 3-time Big 12 Defensive Player of. As Lyons draws the walk, the losers, by the way, cross over to the other side of the brook. Had a hit against Stanford in a couple of seasons, along with Texas, and a strikeout here for Pickens, 1 down. Entering today, the starting lineup for Oklahoma, just 214.
Real deal. I mean, she is legit. 70+ every pitch.
2 down, and back to the top of the order. Home runs, and a pair of those in the NCAA tournament. Right back at Pickens, deflects it to Donahue, and nowhere to go with it. Well, they had a chance with the clutch, or clutch cube, if you will. And that might be why. Cube that homers, jump in front.
Learning from that first inning at bat, speed first pitch, they go back to it. Same location, you can't do it with a great hitter like Tiare Jennings.
Guys, and her first since April 23rd. Haley Lee Glove by Pooney. Terrific backhand. And the throw to first to get her. Retired 6 straight. Jordy Ball. Oh. Up and in. It appeared to.
Off the knob of the bat.
Oh, it's off the bat.
Thank goodness it hits like the.
Strikeout number 3. 1 down. The former players love to come back and often are the cheerleaders down in the front row. Taylor, slow roll to short. Lions, Chargers got it. 2 down, and here we go now. Jordy, pitchers are shying away from throwing to her. That's why she's got the
right spot.
Up and in, and she pops it up. Riley Boone calls for it and makes the catch. And we will see a couple more head home tomorrow. The Friendship Series best 2 out of 3 begins Wednesday. Sydney Sanders through the 5-6 hole to lead things off here in the bottom of the 3rd against
As a whole, but if you focus on players, it's going to be Jordy Ball. It's going to be Jada Coleman, Tiara Jennings. Kind of skim over the lineup for Oklahoma.
Sends that the opposite way. Katie Taylor back on the track, makes the catch. Sanders will tag and slide into second safe. Over.
None bigger than the home run against Clemson and what looked like was not.
That is ripped towards the gap, and that will get out. On home run.
If we split screen the home run that we just showed from red zones for these hitters for Oklahoma, and that is one of them. Somebody who looks like this gets out of here.
In a hurry.
Line drive over the wall.
Well, and the other thing, too, guys.
Karen Weekly told Holly Rowe before the game.
Right now, a lot of that is dependent upon, okay, well, how do we beat Oklahoma? Actually did beat them twice at the World Series to knock them out in 2018. Both during the opening round and the semis. Kenzie Hansen. By the way, we will be interviewing both coaches in.
I mean, that's how good their hitters are.
Torres takes it the opposite way, and that'll send Lions racing around to 3rd. Runner. The postseason off of home runs. Let's lift it out to left center, and the 2 outfielders confused, looking at one another, and neither one can get to it, and Riley Boone will drive it. Malloy and now Jada Coleman, the top of the order, already 3 plate appearances in 3 innings, and now Tiara Jennings will come up. 15 runs batted in to tie records. And Boone will come racing home, and that is the 8th run of the day for OU.
Has to scooch back out of the way, and Boone immediately sees it. Once it hits the ground, she's coming home with all that home run spray chart. First of all, you're going to see she spreads it out, but she definitely liked her in.
Jennings sprays that one out to right. Caught by Katie Taylor, and then the throw in. Jennings, still a base runner out at 3rd, and Riley White is now the 4th difference. And it's another pass ball, and another run will score.
White's going to short hop this ball in, and Coleman in the 6th. They see it in the dirt. They go.
Jocelyn Erickson, Malloy back on the track to make the catch.
Drop ball that goes down. The rise ball is going to explode up. 3 strikeouts. Well, especially when you throw it 2-seam.
Zeta Prudy grounds it to Brito. Oh, why is that one harder to tell?
Well, because normally a drop ball is going to be lower and what makes it so effective. It's not like one's running to the outer half. She continues to hammer that inner half to right.
Fans will try and take heart. If you think back to their Florida series. Yeah, that competition every day. We see it in all the great sports dynasties. I mean, she's getting close. Another national out of Frankfort, Illinois. 17-0 on the season.
Interesting to see if those percentages and numbers change at all. Obviously, a little bit more rest, a little more time for teams to be able to recover.
Jamison Brockenbrough. Flare to the left side, back on the grass is Grace Lyons. Side retired, a couple of walks, win this thing. They are into the national semifinals on Monday. Southeast and the ACC and the Big 12. To the parity we now see and the talent spread out around the country.
And further down, too, they've got 14 players with 15-plus runs, meaning he would be hitting every game on any other team.
Yeah, for sure. Lilio with Malloy getting to that one. They're going to double up. Sanders off the first.
As soon as this ball was hit, not stealing. As soon as it was hit, she thought this was going to drop down. And Kiki Malloy's got speed, but this was definitely going to work.
Yeah, it's impressive.
Still driving in runs. 12 started with 3. They still got 2 here. Malloy back to the wall and robs the home run. And then back to the top. The Lady Vols would need to get somebody aboard for 16 starts at this stage. Good range by Jennings. 1 down.
Jennings just reads the ball so.
North Carolina. She will try and come on to get the final 2 outs. At the plate. Good for her and Tennessee to see her back out there picking up a bat. Storako and Deal onto the field. If they might need to call on them later on. 2 down. And she'll step in here to try and get the final out of the ball game. Started out 2-0. In the World Series, that would set a new school record with 34 on the year.
Pretty fitting. Those 2 would do it.
Katie Taylor draws the walk. And that'll give it.
At one point during the season, her slug was over 1,000. I mean,
they have not been run ruled all season.
Everybody clap your hands.
Malloy grounds to Brito. Ball game. Oklahoma in devastating fashion.
It all began with Tiare Jennings, too. And the offensive just output that they put out. It's a close game. You can cut
offense that just puts up crooked numbers, the relentless.
Our Capital One rewarding performance. And Tennessee will drop down to the other side of the bracket. And Sunday night on ESPN2 in prime time, it's Tennessee, Oklahoma.